Ava de Costa da Marie.
Thank you. Wow. I've never been called Hannah before. I've been called Maria a lot. My name's Ava da Costa Maya. I know. I love the name Ava, actually. It means bird. Some people call me Ava, Ava. I'm not sure why. Some guy the other day wrote my name backwards. I don't like that. Yeah. A quick trigger warning before we start. Since I'm talking about mental health, you're going to be exposed to some of the secrets of my mental health, and that is a dark place. So I apologize in advance, but I am giving you permission to laugh at my terrible mental health, and indeed would be very grateful if you did, or this is going to be a very awkward 10 minutes. So, here we go. I do have a therapist. Well, I had a different therapist. I think I broke him. He sacked me. I did not feel good about that. So I've got a new therapist, and she's completely wonderful, I think. She said to me the other day, Ava, you've got trust issues. You need to learn to trust people. And I sort of looked at her and I thought, she claims she's my therapist. She said, you're quite paranoid. I'm like, well, she didn't say it in words, but I knew that's what she was thinking. And she said, no, she did say, you overthink things. I'm like, I overthink things? It's ridiculous. She went, yeah, you overthink everything. You need to just accept this about yourself. You overthink. I was like, listen. She goes, no. You listen. I thought, I'm pretty damn sure I'm paying her to listen. But she goes, no, you listen. I'm like, no. I don't overthink this. She goes, shh. I'm like, I don't overthink. She goes, shh, no. I'm like, listen, just hear me out, okay? What if I'm not overthinking? What if everybody else is underthinking? Right? Yeah, so I have been having like a pretty terrible time. Things have been really difficult. I got mugged. I know, some guy stole my antidepressants. So wherever you are, you bastard, hope you're happy now. Sometimes, silver linings, right? Sometimes the universe throws you a bone. In my case, the universe throws me a bone, it throws it at my face. And sometimes it's got a real asshole attached to the other side of it. I've had some struggle with dating, I'm single. It's not been fun, to be fair. I've had some terrible experiences with men lately. The other day I was parked at Park Towie, for you Swansians. Need to be careful with that, by the way, they will totally have you if you park there. But I was parked at Park Towie, just innocently minding my business, flicking through Tinder. And the door of my car opened, and this random guy got into my car. I sort of looked at him, and he looked at me for a beat, and he went, oh, fuck. And then he obviously realised I'm not his wife, jumped out, scuttled off. And that was like the best relationship I've had all year. So yeah, I went out with this guy. He was a bit weird. He wanted me to watch porn with him. I really tried to get into it. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I was really worried watching this porn. I've not had a lot of exposure to porn because I was married for like 487 years. And I was a nice lady and a good mum. And I'm such a good mum, right? I don't even feed my kids frozen convenience foods. Like, I take the time to microwave that shit. Anyway, so this boyfriend, he wanted me to watch porn with him. I wasn't so comfortable with it. I couldn't get into it. And I feel like I worry about the children of today. I worry that it's so accessible. I feel it gives our kids really, what's the way to, unrealistic expectations. Like they think you're going to phone a plumber and that guy's going to turn up. So yeah, I was dating this other guy. I was seeing this guy, like not like a hallucination, but like a date. In fact, we dated for some years. I did love this guy, but he has a terrible fear of women. I sort of get that. And commitment. Okay, so he's so afraid of commitment. He wouldn't move in with me. He wouldn't say I love you. He wouldn't get my name tattooed on his dick. And we were having a conversation one day, and I was like, honey, I've worked out what your problem is. You're afraid of commitment. You've got a real fear of commitment. And he looked at me for half a beat, and he goes, you know, I can't say I do, Ava. I can't say I do. I was like, I fucking know! You can't say I do. That's your problem. In fact, his fear of commitment was so overwhelming that we had an open relationship, which was a surprise to me. Because I only found out we were having an open relationship after I found out he had a Tinder profile. And you know what I did, right? I totally stalked him. You'd have done it, right? Yeah. You'd have totally stalked him. Yeah, I did. And you know what really hurts? It's the lying. It's not even the cheating, it's the lying. Like, I read that profile, I couldn't believe it, man. Like, he's not 6'4", and he's not fun to be around. Okay? I went out with this other guy. His name was Psycho Dave. When I met him, he was just called Dave. He seemed like a really nice guy. We had, he was, he's the kind of guy, he gives money to homeless people. He'd save kittens, you know. And I love animals. I rescue dog. I nearly always stop for wildlife when I'm driving. And he told me he worked with animals, and I was like, oh my God. You know, girls, you know the oh my God moment? Yeah, I had one of those, oh, he's dreamy. Yeah, it does work with animals. Turns out he's a butcher. Yeah, and a drug addict. He's addicted to Viagra. I took it hard. Yes, so I've been on all the dating apps. I've tried all of them. Hinge, Bumble, Tinder. Don't do that one. Airbnb. To be fair, the host was surprised. But I think he liked the review. I have had a tough time though. I've been really low. In fact, I was so low not so long ago that I decided I'd had enough of this life and I was going to end it, and I took a bath with my toaster. And I'm going to do it again if things don't look up, but next time, plugging it in. And things are not looking up, if we're honest, because I'm still single and sad, and I can't have toast. So yeah, it's not great. My psychiatrist said I need to stop thinking about dating and start getting a new viewpoint, and I said I was trying to get a new viewpoint, and you didn't agree with that. She goes, I don't know what you mean. I said, well, my viewpoint that I was seeking was 6 foot underground, and you didn't think that was good for me. So it's difficult when you fight with your psychiatrist. And to be fair, I think people who know me were quite surprised I had mental health issues because I'm a very competent manager in the NHS. You guys clapped for me for like 2 years. I know, so thanks for that, guys. And you know, I'm a great NHS manager. I do deliverables and outcomes. I write reports. I do quality management. And I'm the most incompetent fool you've ever laid eyes on. Because there's a lot of things I cannot do. Wet paint signs are directed at me. Do not touch this button. Totally meant for me. One of life's great ironies is the number of times I fall over. Please be careful, this is a wet floor sign. I haven't done my laundry since 2019 because I can't open the fucking detergent. And it turns out I'm really bad at killing myself. And I know you won't be able to believe it, but I've never succeeded, like not even once. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a learning curve. I mean, I tried to jump off a bridge once, because some of my other more complicated attempts didn't work. So I tried to jump off a bridge. I got lost on the way there. I was like driving around for 4 hours, turned up at Legoland. Swings and roundabouts. And I'm not usually loud, swings and roundabouts. But, some of my big issues in my life, I think, as most of us have, from my tough childhood. I had a really tough time growing up. My father was harsh, cold, unfeeling, and he raised me as an only child, which upset my brothers and sisters. And we were never allowed to show emotion in my house. We weren't allowed to be angry, we weren't allowed to be happy, we weren't allowed to be sad. And he was really awful to me this one morning because I was crying. I was crying my eyes out. And he was horrible to me, but I don't think it's fair because he was chopping up onions. And the thing is, I really love onions. He was the best dog. So, with massive apologies, I'm going to say goodnight to you all, but I want to say before I go, it's okay not to be okay. And if you're low, people get it. Just hold your hand up, someone will hold it. Take care, everyone.
Hey, everybody! I think Molly's got shocked with us joking, so. You okay, Moles? It's alright.
Sorry, Molly.
Oh, thank you, Ava, that was beautiful. It was wonderful. And she works for the NHS as well. How nice was that? I couldn't do that job, I don't like blood and people, but anyhow. Oh, the judges.
I think it's really hard to make mental health funny. It's a tricky subject, and I have to give it to her for even attempting that. But I love that she ended with a comment that was just so Ray. I think mental health is something that Ray struggled with, but because he had that years of experience, he gave the most excellent advice to others struggling with it. He was always there to support people if they were down and whatever else. So I'm glad she ended with that kind of little bit of ray at the end there, a little ray of sunshine, if you will. Yes. Oh, Sarah.
I love that ray of sunshine. You've been keeping hold of that one, haven't you? You've been waiting. The perfect moment. Brilliant. Yeah, well done, Eva. That was awesome. And I hope you continue to be like the worst suicide participant ever. And as for Molly, Molly, don't worry, it could be worse. Your name could have been Onions. So.
I'd just like to say that we all hope that Ava continues to be the most unsuccessful suicide. We're all rooting for your absolute incompetence on that one, girl. We'll pass you to Christine.
Thank you. Yeah, Dad did have some really, really dark times, and I think he would have enjoyed you making light of some really difficult stuff. So thank you so much for that. And I don't know what else to say. 7.